live again. I told you guys we were going to do natal charts, but I was like, fuck. We'll see if we get to that. What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer and teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel. Today I am reaching for some kind of energy right now. Fuck. About to fall into the dark night of the soul. Seriously, I can feel it. And I feel these like tingling on the back of my neck as I'm about to go in here. Fuck. Sucks so bad. Your earth angel and mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am the goddess of the moon that rules over the mind and emotions, and your spiritual freaking psychoanalyst is what you would call that. I am God's first creation in the feminine form, Lilith reincarnated. Dude, I just want to go on the record that I was doing so well. And I got super triggered again, bro. And it's when it gets to this moments, dude, this is what I mean. This is like the beginning stages where it's just one after fucking another after another. Oh, God, bro. It's like you get over one only to face another one. And another one. And another one. I should have known with that fucking Khalid card. Jesus Christ. It's an endurance check, that's for sure. How much can you check? Or how much can you take? Fuck, you better check yourself or you wreck yourself. What happened? Well, I was chilling. I took a nice bath. I went outside, and it must have rained because it was all covered. Everything was wet, and then there was a lightning storm going on, lots of cool wind. I was chilling there, and I started to feel all this kind of like build up again, where I was starting to get a little overwhelmed, like, I don't want to do this. And then I was talking to one of the other girls, and I was like, how are you? And she's like, I'm alright, I'm just pissed off. I was like, what's up? She said one of the fucking kids ripped off my decorations. I was like, yeah? She's like, yeah, they're checking the cameras, but still. She's like, I put all that shit up there, you know, I have my house all decked out. And I do it for them, so it could look pretty on the outside. And they come and fuck it up. And how come their parents didn't say nothing? Trigger. My whole head hurts right now, bro. The whole back of it. I feel like I'm being guided to get the angel oracles so we can find the chakra placements. So we can do some body mapping of what's going on right now inside of me. So she says this, and first off, a lot of things start coming out, ugly projections. First off, she did what I did, so her whole house is super decked out like mine. But then I remembered how people fucking hated on my decorations, and I actually caught this lady on video. She came and fucked up like a whole bunch of my decorations one year. Some fucking crackhead off the street just came and fucked up all my decorations in the middle of the night. Really? Yeah. But she's like, you know, she's like, I love Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it was very traditional in my family, and I want to keep that for my daughter, right? And as she's saying this, I'm hearing materialism and nonsense. And it's like keeping up and shit. It's like the presentation. Right? So like, again, this is something we're breaking old habits. We're breaking traditions. Right? So like for fucking, this was one I went all out, bro. If there was, I mean, honestly, I would say that I spent far more money on Halloween decorations than I ever did on Christmas decorations. Really? I went all out, bro. It was my favorite one. I would dress up throughout the year, especially once I was doing Lyft. I'd dress up every night, because what the fuck is my car, and it's Halloween, and it's the season, and I could do whatever the fuck I want. I really enjoyed it a whole bunch, right? But it was all about presentation and shit. It has nothing to do with the actual fucking holiday. You know what I mean? It's all just a chance to, you know, fucking be all Hollywood about it. Then you move on to Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving's a whole nother fucking big presentation. I felt like a piece of shit if I wasn't cooking a big meal, because it was tradition to be able to reach into the fridge and have leftovers. But the real, honest, fucked up truth is, my kids didn't eat that shit, bro. I would do this like a fucking lunatic, cook the whole fucking meal, and nobody was eating that shit, bro. I would make one plate, one huge satisfying plate of all this shit, like every family does, and you take that fucking picture, and then I'm stuck with all this fucking food that I spent fucking hours fucking making, and I gotta find places for it, and you know, I have severe OCD. So it's just fucking nonsense. So then there's that holiday. And in between that holiday, I have birthdays. So I'm still trying to fucking collect for, you know, my fucking daughter on the 17th. She actually got off my case, but then I have my daughter on the 27th. And if you can even imagine, my birthday's on the 30th, right before the first of the month, so it doesn't actually exist. It's like this fucking fabric in time that doesn't really exist. I mean, I was there. I know I have a birth certificate to prove. Just kidding. In all of these days, important days of this month, my day is not very important because the next day is extremely important. Why? Because rent's due on the 1st. Everybody knows that. So then you have what comes after the 1st of that month. You have motherfucking Christmas, bitch. You have to pull down all that Halloween shit and put up all your Christmas shit and get to work. And this is your opportunity to fucking, you know, make dreams come true and shit. Don't forget the fucking cooking. You need to cook all that food too. You know why I cooked the food? Because the food was what I got out of it. A good meal. But it's just so fucking wasteful and much. And it's just tradition. It's just tradition, bro. It's entertainment, of course. You know, let's all sit together and fucking do all that. But I never had all that. So I felt like overdoing that. It was just too much. Don't get me wrong, throughout the years when my brother would be around, or, you know, some kind of fucking husband or some fucking shit, there was somebody to feed. But pretty much, no, holidays are shit ass. I'm just trying to do like her, keep tradition for the kids. Keep the fucking thing for the kids so they don't realize that, you know, so they have a good upbringing, just like she said. God, here goes my heart chakra again. And as soon as she said it, I just, you know, here I am thinking about getting in a house, and that's going to be even more on top of it. Oh, don't forget about all the holidays that you got to fill the house with. Oh, God. It's in these moments, bro, it's like, dude, am I ever going to be healed? Because you get so tired of fighting yourself. I tell you what, bro. It's like punching myself in the face all fucking day. I'll be just trying to make fucking... You know what I mean? Just make moves in my life. And my unhealed fucking conscience comes in and just stands completely in my way. And I'd just be like giving in sometimes. I'd be like, damn, I'm just too scared. I don't want to fight it. I took that shit to fucking God like a week ago. I was like, dude, God, the mind is right. I can't fight it. I'm tired of fighting the mind. God, I am so motherfucking tired of this shit. And that's where it gets real bad. It's like you can't get it to shift. You can't get it to do what you want it to do, which is what your heart wants it to do. It has a billion fucking excuses, bro. It's like I was all fine until you started talking about fucking holiday season. And realistically, I also got this gross feel, right? I don't know. And then my Holy Spirit was telling me I knew it was gross. It was negative. My Holy Spirit was talking to me as I was coming up the elevator. You know, there's like at least 30 people in the building that have decorated their homes and stuff. And it's like they've made it their home. I don't know how to make a place a home in that sense. I don't look at this as my home. I have a home, so I can tell everybody I have a home. But I feel like it's just a place before I go to the next place. And the next place is supposed to be home. But will it be home? Will I feel at home at it, or I'll just make a home of it, like everywhere I go? Really? Yeah, I create beautiful living spaces that we live in. But my heart is always reaching for something else. It's like, you know, it's comfortable and whatnot, but it's not. I don't know. I can't sit in the home. I don't know. You should know that. Like all day, where are you? Outside? I'm never really in the home. I have a lot of issues in this moment. It's like, fuck. Didn't I just take care of like 50 fucking issues? Yeah, and you got like 50 more. And that's where I'll be like, fuck. When does it ever end? It's a choice. It's a free will choice to keep going, and that's why I said people don't keep going. They choose not to deal with the shadows. One, because I don't know if they'll ever stop once they start like I do. I don't think anybody has any shadows like mine, like we're hidden in altered personalities and shit. Completely disassociated their entire life and lost it in a certain part of the conscious, and now have to relive and heal it all. Because all the things that are standing in my way are memories I never even fucking felt or tasted or even thought of. Really? No, man. All of a sudden I remember what it was like to spend holidays in my house or around people. All of a sudden I remember this, and all of a sudden I remember that. It's really empowering to go back and look at myself be this, very busy bitch. But I just have to see, it's like, I was just maintaining role. And that's exactly what she's about to do is, And being a woman, bro, as Lilith, this is so fucking difficult for me. They're created with so much fucking responsibility, but with no respect. There's so much fucking responsibility, dude, to be a woman. And there's no fucking respect for it. I just feel like in the pursuit of a relationship with a man, a woman completely loses her fucking identity, bro. Or she has to give up so much to be part of his life, but it's a doorway, I'm about to say, into hell. Because you don't just get him. You just want him, but you don't get him. You get so much more than just him. And you have to deal with all that more. If it was just him, it wouldn't be so much. But it's all of everything that he brings with him. And don't forget, you gotta give him children. So then it's like, what was just you and him tears away into them. You have to service all of them and they just to have him. You signed up for just him, and you get them. You get the responsibility of keeping everyone else in his life fucking pleased and happy too. Oh God, man. You can hear my pessimism, you can hear my fear, you can hear my reluctance. And you can have so much sympathy for Lilith. Why didn't she just do this? Bro. I had a million fucking reasons. Before I even knew what it was, I knew it was going to be too much. And so they, Lilith is fucking damned, and she doesn't get to partake in fucking, mankind, and she doesn't get to have babies, and she doesn't get to fucking experience life on Earth. I still had a life. And God had a plan for me. It's like made to be demonized because, I didn't play that fucking role. But I don't regret it because you look at, and that's where it is all the sympathy and sadness about knowing what the true power of a woman was and watching Eve have none of it. And that's why everyone prayed to Lilith, is for that empowerment over the feminine, to be whole again, to be equal. You could say it's Lisa, but it's not. Everything had to align to be, you know what I mean? I had to slip into the perfect fucking body to relive my life. Son of a monkey. Women were been bred forever to be man's helpmate. Help me, son of a bitch. I'm struggling with this, especially come holiday seasons. Oh, God. Do you know that, right? It's not the men doing all that shit. They're paying for it. They're paying for it. But no, man. It's our job to fucking, entertain. So much responsibility. I'm having a headache. I don't know. We were supposed to learn about... Fuck. Let's talk about myself. Alright, so what's your natal chart? I tried to do some background on it, and I was like, well, that's stupid. That's everything I already fucking knew. Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about what chakras are going off. We'll do that. Okay, we'll do both. So we're going to talk about the 12 houses of a natal chart. I don't know, we're going to talk about it all, I guess. Everything about a fucking natal chart. What it is it's just a planetary description, an archetypical description of what your soul truly is. You can look at this versus where you are and see where you're lacking. And so by the time I pull this bitch out, bro, I'm going to be a hundo. Except for right here, wherever I'm struggling with, which is relationships, because we're in fucking Libra. God, fuck me over. I'm just seeing all of these images of, myself in the Lilith form, and it's like, all honor and respect and love and admiration, but never closeness, never intimacy, never like that, like never, no. God's first orphan, dude, just imagine, full fucking, I don't know how to explain it. It was just me against the world. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm alive. I can do whatever I want. Sort of. And that's that free will. It's like, with this fucking application, it's like, fuck, you can't force me. You can't force me. If I'm not ready, you can't force me to take this opportunity if I'm not ready. And that's really what it is. They can't force me to be ready for some shit I'm not ready. They're always trying to make me ready for some shit. Sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not ready for that bullshit. It's like, I might be, but a bitch might not be. Alright, let's talk about this heart chakra shit that's going on. Where did I go to? Motherfucking Gabriel. Oh, come on, Gabriel. I'm having such a hard time. I know you're coming through. Oh, God. Oh, God. Give me a second. Yeah, that went off. Oh, come on, Gabriel. He's trying to pull me out of it. I'm going deep on this one. I'm about to fucking go full Lilith. I can't pull it off of me. I have like too much of the Lilith on me. Really? Just the unhealedness, the fear of it, the fucking anger about it, the fucking whole rejection about this whole thing. Fucking God. I feel like I'm really gonna rage. Oh, shit. Remember Gabriel. Remember Mary. Oh, fuck. What a shit-ass life. Oh, fuck. You're not helping. What is it? My holy purpose, bro. Fuck off. That's all I gotta do, bro. 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 You guys have so much more to do with your fucking life. You have a lot more lessons to learn. Because you didn't learn shit. Because you're fucking lame. All I gotta fucking do is do this, dude. All I gotta do is submit to love and be a fucking loving wife. Oh, fuck. I can't see the future. I can only see the past. I can feel the rage about it. It was anger. That's what all those cards are. It's an absolute anger about it. Just like Lucifer. I don't want to fucking do this stupid fucking job. I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to fucking do it. And that's where it is. It's like, you have to fucking go do it. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Fuck him. I'm not gonna fucking do this. Fuck him. Oh shit, I feel it. I see it. That was Gabriel. Go back. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Fuck him. You wouldn't talk like that, but still, that was the energy exchange. Absolute no. Oh, fuck. Oh, you're not even nowhere near there. You guys can't possibly understand submitting to God's rule, bro, and doing what the fuck he says. God damn it. I'm seeing all the prophets, everybody. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, at this moment, I lose all my training. I'm right back to Lilith. Like, I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. So unhealed. I can see my life happy the way it is because it's happy the way it is. I can't see it, bro. I can't fucking see another person making me happy. I see it as like so much fucking work. Tending to your fucking needs and wants. Oh God, I'm having a hard one. Oh, Gabriel. Holy purpose. Where's this one? The upper back of the head. Yeah, it's a slap around. Hope, higher purpose, higher consciousness, collective consciousness of the planet, purity, peace, clarity, spiritual gifts. Yeah, got great gifts. They're spiritual. Oh, come on. Fuck. It's so hard to alchemize thoughts, bro. Alright, let's go to where we need to go to. I feel like Raphael. No, we're not in the throat chakra. The higher heart is the top of the chest, right? That's where I told you my fucking chest is killing me. Nurturing, unconditional love, non-judgment, clarity, and cleansing, right? So that's Furiel. And I told you, they said we were stuck in the waters. She's literally a mermaid sort of thing. The angel of the waters, her role is to help cleanse the planet and ourselves of debris, toxins, negative vibrations, and emotions. She works with Archangel Ariel, the guardian of nature and air. And I can feel them in my back as they're lighting up. To protect Mother Earth. Furiel also helps us understand and manage our emotions as the ebb and flow of the water with the power of the moon. Associated with the color turquoise, like the crystal of the Maldives or the Caribbean. Something. Furiel helps us keep the flow of life so we don't feel stuck or hemmed in our circumstances. As her name sounds like fool, I guess. I also associate her with the Fool in the tarot as her carefree attitude and innocence. Message. Allow yourself to be cleansed of all that is no longer serving you in preparation for growth and renewal. If you are contemplating a detox or life change, this card is a validation that you are on the right path. I know what you want me to do. I'm just trying to find the strength, bro. Just fucking give me a fucking break, bro. Just, fuck. Alright, let's move on. The chakras are on fire. What else? We're definitely in the heart chakra. And that's the universal heart. Well, that's also, okay, so you have the upper chest, and then you have the center of the chest. So that's unconditional love, equanimity, belonging, surrender, higher perspective, emotional and physical healing, and transitions. And I told you, there's Raphael, but I told you about Azrael, transitions. So we're dealing with that. I can feel it in my fucking solar plexus, so we're going to go further. The solar plexus is power, confidence, charisma, strong will, leadership, clarity, humor, joy, fun, confidence, empowerment, and self-esteem. Right? Right. Feel it all in there. Can you feel it? Nope. Going through all kinds of it, bro. Where are we at in this one? So we're having a lot of chakra activation, and it's pushing all kinds of pains from those particular areas. If you listen to it, you can see where I'm lacking or I'm going through blockages. I'm struggling with this. It's the surrender to the holy purpose. I guess at the end, you're always looking for a way out. Like, fuck, I don't want to. If you think back of it, dude, it's like, my life was my hell, dude. My home was my hell. It'll be all cool, right? I'll get through this, but then there's always more. There's always more of these fucking tragic fucking memories that stand in my fucking way, bro. I get really burnt out on this shit. I'm just trying to have a fucking hour or two. Sometimes, like, it's not that bad. Today's just a mini. And you can see I go through these joyful days, bro, and they're usually on schedule, and thank God for the schedule. But they're fucking intense. And I have the training to overcome them, but they're just overall intense. Super fucking intense emotions that come with these fucking memories that are just really powered by fear. Not anger. I'm not really pissed off about the shit that I see in there. I'm just like, I fucking feel the emotion of it, dude. I get sucked into it. And that, it's like, I have this, like, my skin crawls, dude. Just like, it's almost like someone's touching you and you don't want them to touch you kind of feeling as I start thinking about it. Really? Yeah, it becomes into this absolute, like, skin crawling feeling where your skin is, like, crawling from this fucking experience. You know? Yeah, bro. Let's talk about the fucking natal chart. Why? I don't know. As I said I was going to. There's a lot of really impressive shit in the back of this book, and I never get to the back of any of these books. So, the first house, it's very interesting. It says some shit. I'm going to read this as it says it, and then we'll see what comes to me. I've never read this before. Details as well as the big picture. Check your... Okay, so this is a sample reading. These are not the houses, but I already learned what that meant anyways. You do have to have an understanding of the fucking planets, right? And the astrological signs to understand the natal chart. And then you just understand how you respond to things, how things work, and why you're not, aligned with how that is. It's the same shit I've been teaching. But this is interesting because this is a sample reading using the Kabbalah cards. Okay? This thing has an enormous map of the tree of life that spreads out probably as big as my altar. And you're supposed to put these cards down, and this is how you would read it. Alright? On a day-to-day level, your resources are being wasted in a number of different ways. You need to pay attention to the detail as well as the bigger picture. I guess these are just examples. Second house, you get the sluggard. It doesn't look as though there is going to be any immediate improvement in your finances. The situation is slow to resolve. All you can do is protect what you have and wait for a change in circumstance. So it teaches you how to use your third house using these cards. But you have to have a deep understanding of each of these cards, and I read them to you. It's like reading a biblical story. We read the Tempter yesterday. The third house, you get the Eater. You are hungry for developing new ways of communication and selling your products. At the moment, your approach may be costing you plenty without providing much return. You must turn that around. Why not look in different forms of... This is interesting. Why'd you stop? Because I saw Steve's Love Tarot, and he lays the cards out in 12 like this, starting from exactly Aries to whatever, Pisces, I guess, or whatever it is. And that's how these are laid out in the book. The first one is Aries, which is your house of identity. Whatever your sign is in that, that's how you know how you discover, what your sun, moon, all that bullshit is. So they're looking at this as very in-depth to what's going on in every area of your life, but he's using that layout just to see movement in a fucking non-moving relationship. You understand he does love readings, right? So all he's talking about is possible movement in a non-movement relationship. That's all they talk about. They use their cards to fabricate possible movement based on the cards. But it's possible because it's based on free will. Because just in this moment, I don't fucking want to do what my heart is telling me to do. I don't want to do the right thing. Am I not human? Well, is it not a human response? In the essence, it's like, am I not divine in that sense? Because Lucifer wasn't even fucking human when he made that choice. It's a no. And how many other people said no? Motherfuck you. Motherfuck you, God. He lost 2/3 of his angels by that word. How many of you are with him? All of us, bro. We don't want to do what you fucking say. We don't want to live this stupid fucking life that you picked for us. We want to go and fucking have our own fucking life. And where did we get stuck? Right here on fucking in hell on earth. Where they were experiencing heaven, we were stuck in some altered reality called hell. Learning all the lessons that they were soon to find out. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. So this is how it would be. So look at this. So your first one would be on a day-to-day level, your resources. Okay. Second one was talking about your finances, right? Yep. The third one is talking about communication, right? The fourth one is the well. The first cards were not promising, but here's a picture of change. You have a connection back to your childhood and roots, which really sustains you, and the water from it runs clean and clear. It gives you an inevitable inner security. So these are actually just, like I said, we'd have to, I mean, seriously, these are a whole different way of doing a fucking card read for somebody. These are next level card reads. If you understood how they were reading them, and that's how people do those kind of fucking card reads. I think we're moving out of love readings finally. Yeah, let's talk about the 8th house. Why? Because it's pointing out the myth. Rather than waiting for the right sexual relationship to come along, you should throw out some of your old dreams and fantasies and be awake to the possibility here and now. You may be in a thrall to an archetype of sexuality which no longer is appropriate for you. That's interesting. That stood out pretty loud. This is very interesting. If we learn what the questions are behind the house, then we know what the cards mean when they speak of them. And you don't have to read. I don't fucking do love readings for all fucking obvious reasons. I do healing, and this is a more in-depth understanding of focused areas of your life, which are the 12 most highlighted areas of your life. That's what makes life. One card could tell you, you know what I mean? And that's what I said. Do you ever talk about their fucking finances? Do you ever talk about anything else but some fucking person that's not showing them fucking attention? Like, do you ever talk about anything else? No. It's always about some fucking person that you're fucking separated from. They fucking feed off separation. Separation anxiety. Hey, and I heard Steve's Love Tarot being rude about his nephew. He gave up too much in that. He said my nephew was playing with my table and my cards, and I had to tell him, just leave my shit alone. First off, how come your nephew's in your house? I have questions. What's up with your sister or sister-in-law? Secondly, how come you're this age and you don't have kids and you're rude to your nephew? How come he can't just, I have this wonderful vision. I had it again today, where I have all my cards over there on the bookshelf, and my grandchildren come and bring me the cards. They want me to do a reading, so I said, go pick the cards. I have a visual of that where my grandchildren come, they bring me the cards and I read them to them. They love that. Really? Yeah, but I'm not telling about no obsession and fucking dirty shit that you're talking about, my party girl and the Empress has the best tits in the deck, cut type shit like that. We don't talk like that about our cards. But realistically, something like that. So I guess that's what we're getting out of this. You need to do your own natal chart so just so you can understand what your soul is made of and so you can start embodying that. That's all that means for people that are still trying to have a soul fucking experience. Fucking open your mind to the fucking reality that you don't fucking, you're soulless, and we could start there. Nobody wants to admit that, right? They want to have a fucking divine experience. They want to have, you know, they want to see dead people. They want to connect with the spirit realm and all this shit. Why can't you accept the fucking basics? That you ain't got a soul. And you're trying to connect with other souls outside of yourself because you ain't got one. What makes a soul? That heart? That unconscious voice that tells you to be kind and do the right thing? Really? Yeah, and that tells you to chase after the things that you desire and want, the fucking thing that makes you be brave and shit? That's your fucking soul. Your mind is, here comes R. Kelly, my mind's telling me no. That's that program matrix mind to please the world and do what is appropriate based on the fucking limitations and programming thoughts. You know, what they told you were supposed to do to be appropriate or whatever. And if you did anything less, you're going to be ridiculed and unliked and discriminated and persecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Realistically. What kind of mother am I if I'm not making Thanksgiving, right? And we're not hosting a fucking family fucking ordeal and we're not doing all that? We're not American. I guess you could start there because I don't think they do that everywhere else. Maybe Canada does Thanksgiving, but why would they? It's an American fucking bullshit ass holiday where they sit around stuffing their faces, saying they're happy. There's that one, right? And then there's, oh, Jolly Christmas. I just had to put my head down. What is the requirements to be your girl for Christmas? What do I have to do to be a pleasing woman for Christmas? What about Valentine's Day? How am I supposed to act on your birthday and every other fucking holiday? How am I supposed to act? Because that's what it is. I have to perform properly to receive love and affection and attention. And if not, based on the conditions of the fucking psyche of mass consciousness, I will fucking, you know, I'll fuck this up. If I say the wrong thing or I do the wrong thing, I'm gonna lose everything, right? That's how it all works. Jesus Christ. That's so contract. It sounds like karmic contracts. It all sounds like karmic contracts to me. I'm signing myself up for failure. I know it sounds very pessimistic, but look at what I'm dealing with. You know it's the truth. If I said the wrong thing about your mother in front of your mother, you'd be so appalled and you would maybe not say anything to me, but probably never talk to me again. Why? Because I should have known better? I shouldn't have disrespected your mother? I should have never said that? But what if what I said was true? Aren't you a little old to be having your titties hanging out like that for just the family? Who are you showing your titties off for? What if I said that to your fucking mother while we were at your little family get-together? Am I allowed to get away with comments like that? Intrusive thoughts that come out of my fucking mouth? Absolutely not. How dare her? Don't ever bring her back. Why? That's where it is. It's like, oh. So then because I don't participate in your fucking traditions of shut your fucking mouth and feed, don't say nothing, just stuff it with food. Since I don't, since I actually question the ways of things, does that mean that I'm left out now? I don't know how to act right, so I'm not allowed to be part of tradition. I have to stay home on Thanksgiving and Christmas. I have to stay home on the holidays because I don't know how to act around your family. Or I don't know how to be like you. where everything is just so fucking digestible and acceptable, and we never talk about my mom's titties hanging out every fucking holiday. Why is she in a fucking bathing suit, bro? When I say this, Russ's mom is never in anything less than a bathing suit. A fucking maxi fucking... I wanted to say a maxi skirt, but it almost said maxi pad. I'm like, dude. Realistically. And as they begin to pour the drinks and I start to ask questions and start to listen to their obscene stories, I'm just supposed to sit there and take it all in like you do and not have an opinion or a reaction to none of the shit that these people say or do. God help me. I wasn't made for this world, bro. I'm doing my absolute best to try my best in the kindest way to find a way to coexist in this world with you guys. But if I don't get anybody on my level, then I'm never going to be like ever like it's just never going to work. I don't fucking think like you anymore, and that's what made me like this. I stopped thinking like everybody else thinks, right? And so therefore, when they think, I don't understand it because I don't think like you. So then when I question the stupid shit that comes out of your mouth, you become extremely defensive because first off, nobody's ever asked you such things, and you feel like I'm attacking you because you were, because of small details. But it's these details that I don't understand. I don't have that comprehension to understand what the fuck you are talking about right now and why you're doing what you're doing and saying what you're saying. Why are we even telling this story? How did this story even come to the dinner table? This was your let me tell the world my experience, and this is so negative. There's so many things about this. You see myself freaking out by every scenario of just sitting around a whole bunch of low vibrational people like Kanye West ready to fucking kill myself. Like I get to the top of the stairs and I just fucking pull out a gun and shoot myself in the head. Like I can't even make it to dinner. I couldn't even make it past introductions. How do you guys make it like that? How do you keep all that fucking information in your head and not let it bother you? I have no idea. And I'm obviously freaking out again. Allie and I hit this point. I found out Allie had family and I was out. I didn't even want to try to explain myself and try to get them to, no, and no, and no. It's not about not being liked, and it's not about being rejected. You could say it's more about being feared, but, misunderstood. I don't want to spend like Russ. That's so fucking stupid to me. Like, people think I'm hella cool, and then I gotta spend like even the first 3 sentences of trying to describe what I really am, and they find it so fucking fantastic, and I'm like, yeah. Like they want to like make a connection, but it's like nearly impossible, bro. You just think it's really cool because of like, not the introduction, but the titles, I suppose. It's like, oh, that's really cool. No, do you want to talk about your inner child traumas? Do you want to talk about your relationship status? Do you want to talk about your love language? Do you want to talk about your attachment or avoidant fucking, you know what I mean? Patterns? Do you want to talk about all this shit? No, bro. They think spiritual means like, yeah, all of that magic shit comes, but it comes from the psyche, bro. You have to channel all that through a fucking healed mind of, you know what I mean? And that's where it is like, you have to have the right mind to do any type of mind work. Manifestations are creations of the mind. And so people try to tell you all the time you're creating from your mind. But if your mind is warped, you know what I mean, it makes it very difficult to channel that type of magic. And so that's what I try to teach you, is I try to teach people that, you know what I mean, with warped minds, how to clear their mind and get back to spirit and be able to channel, you know what I mean, like I do. But as far as the worldly connections, Jesus Christ almighty. It's like, you know, there's just so much expectation of performance. I feel like the absolute definition of the Sigma, which they probably shared a video I haven't checked lately, it's like you have no idea what it means to us, you know what I mean? To not be part of that fucking performing act. Just expectations, bro. There's so many. A woman is expected to be all kinds of things. They're groomed to be such things. And a man is only supposed to what? Bring home a fucking paycheck? What stresses you guys out, bro? Is it really that hard to make a paycheck? Or is it really hard to make a connection? What is it, dude? The performance levels? Who are you performing for? Oh, you fucking clown. You're supposed to be just making your wife happy. And your children. Who else are you making happy in this whole fucking scenario? But as the wife, you're responsible for the children, the husband, the in-laws, the fucking neighbors. If you have a church or a fucking... You're just supposed to be the fucking face of the fucking... You know, the happy fucking June Cleaver. You're supposed to be the happy fucking face of this fucking organization. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be the one that gets them ready for the pictures and... Oh, God. Don't get me wrong. I play mom all the time. But it's like, why? Why did women have to become so much more? And then we eliminate the men, so then we become the men too. Holidays are rough times, I guess, is what I'm hearing. Holidays are just rough times for people. Give yourself a break. I'd like to take a break. Can we stop thinking about the fucking future and just chill for a minute? They're not letting me up on this. Why? Because I don't have anything manifesting right now. I have not put any thoughts into the universe of what to create for my future. So they're trying to force possibilities. I'm not fucking locked on. I told you that for like 3 days, 4 days. I won't choose a path. I'm just sitting here like, no. It's not that. It's just I'm not feeling inclined to fucking move. And I have a million reasons why I don't want to move in any direction. I don't know. Who's standing in my way? Just me? 1 minute I feel like I can do it, and then I'll get like a flash and it's like, nah, we gotta deal with this now. No, we gotta deal with this now. I don't want to deal with any of this. Why do I even have to go this way? If I wasn't going this way, I wouldn't have to deal with all this. But eventually, that's that holy purpose, and that's why I was like, get the fuck out of my face. It's what I gotta do, dude. I gotta go this way. I can make a bunch of, side trips along the way, side quests, but I still have to go down this road. Now or whenever. I feel so trapped. Really? Yeah, it's not just God, it's not just the angels, it's my higher self. It's like free will, bro. There's none. I have to do this. I have to do what God says, bro. This is so fucking launch. Nobody understood. You guys wrote a bunch of books, bro, but you never understood the battle between me and God and what we really battled about in that fucking, what the whole fight was. I wasn't wrong, bro. I would have never had my freedoms, my adventures, my nothing, bro. My legacy. I'd have been cursed. I don't even know what it would have been. Been another bullshit ass story. But I lived to have glorious lives. And he's super trying to convince me that since day one, that this is the life that he made me for, and it'll bring me the most joy. Joyful. Shut the fuck up, bro. What the fuck are you talking about, God? That's like Lucifer. What the fuck are you talking about? This is all you created me for. Are you running from God? I saw that commercial. My phone must have heard me. Have you talked to the missionaries of Jesus Christ of the Church of Latter-day Saints? Are you running from God's calling on your life? Yeah, since the day he called me into life. It's like, Let me just start by saying it's already done. I've already seen that this happens. It's taken a long time to happen. In the essence, like, why aren't you making this any faster? It's not me. I can't push this any faster than the fucking shit of my life. Welcome to the toilet of my life. Are we so close? It's better though. I used to shut down every Monday and have to restart the whole system. I almost did it today. I can feel it right now. It's very triggering. You have to stand up to, you know what I mean? You have to live up to expectation. There's so much expectation on just the role of a woman, what makes a woman in this world. She's such an idiot. So, fucking Kim Kardashian's fucking bush-ass underwear are all over the fucking internet everywhere. And everybody's surprised by them, but it was like, well, before you told us to start fucking shaving ourselves to look like little girls, that's what you got. So it's a nice introductory back into the ancient ways. And I think it's hilarious. Realistically, yeah. It's hilarious, to be honest. It's all over the fucking internet. It's fucking shit. And it's realistic because at this time it's like, you know, you don't really understand the kink of it, but it really was. Women were designed like that. We didn't start doing all that until it became, you know, the pleasure of, you know, all of that grooming and all of that extra stuff and shit. They didn't do all that. And that's when I woke up and I found out men were shaving their balls. I was like, why? Why are you doing that? Who taught you to do the evolution of man? A lot happened since the last time I was here. I wasn't ready for all this. Jesus Christ. It's a lot harder to run a house than back then. Could have just ran around naked in the garden and listened to God. Now we gotta wash clothes for the rest of our fucking lives. Jesus Christ. And it's nearly impossible to find any fucking garden outside anymore. We really fucked this one up, didn't we? Breathe. Are you guys triggered? If you're not, I probably triggered you into the whole holiday spirit, and you know, that's not a good spirit. It doesn't feel so good on me. How's it feel on you? Are you ready? Are you ready? No, I want to put on a mask and eat a bunch of fucking candy and watch scary movies. It's the best part of the fucking holiday season for me. No, I really like all that joyful shit, but all that extra shit, bro, that like expectations, performance levels, you know what I mean? Meeting the fucking demands of man's and woman's. My kids are so demanding, bro. They don't have expectations. They have kind requests that I feel very grateful to fucking fulfill. It's not all of that shit, bro. I have nobody breathing. I mean, the internet, of course, send your judgment all you fucking want. I have nobody telling me how to perform. And that, you know, everybody outside has their judgment, but it's like, nobody's telling me that I have to be this to be a woman. And that's what got me all fucked up. Because everybody told me what a woman was, and I became this fucking, you know, this very, whatever, cold fucking version of a woman. And just, in essence, became a man. Became a whole man. And why I say that, it's like, is it your mentality? No. It's my hurt heart. It's not my mentality standing up for me, trying to protect me from something. It's my hurt heart just pouring out. It's just true fears of, you know, lack of acceptance of what could be. Man, I have like an eternity of fucking memories that this ain't gonna... I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some great stories in time, but they weren't my stories. I He said, then change time. Shut up, bro. Alright, Gabriel. Oh, God. I asked him for this. I'm going to bed. And tomorrow we'll fight new battles. Or perhaps the mind will give us a rest. We don't have to, but we will definitely have to fight new battles on a Friday then. Why? Because your heart is exploding with new possibilities, and you're going to have to, your mind is going to try to stand in your way, and ultimately your heart should win to where you have to dislodge some part of your life that's no longer serving you, which is, in my case, if you haven't noticed, a lot of poor belief systems and ways of thinking. After I can erase that way of thinking, I can open up new possibilities. But some of this shit, bro, it's like, this isn't even, it aligns with this life. This goes way back in the time. It's like, how much is it really going to take for Lilith to submit? It's not that. Lilith had plenty of lovers. But she didn't play wife. She played goddess, bro. He's talking about full fucking helpmate type bullshit. You better help me. What the fuck is this, mate? Anyways, I just wanted to show you the up and downs of the fucking roller coaster, which is called Kalik and the Dark Night of the Soul. I can't even keep my eyes open, so I'm going to try to take this one to bed. Hopefully it'll get left in the fucking dream world and we can dream a better dream tomorrow. But you just got to keep pouring them out, bro. You just got to keep pouring out your feelings and your thoughts. I'm emptying my book. Hey, happy birthday to you. But that's what it really is you just got to keep pouring it out until you get to the, you get it all out. And I keep thinking I will, but it never does. There's just so much more. I like to just call it fear because really it's pain. It's a lot of fear because of pain. But we just call it fear and it doesn't sound so hurtful. Now where's the fear come from? Pain. Painful experiences have made me fearful of a brighter future. And that's, none of this I never even dealt with, bro. I never thought about any of my painful experiences, none of my life. And now all I can do is sit around thinking about each and every one and healing each and every one, according to God, for the rest of my life. The option was to stay in pain and with the patterns continue getting pain. No, by that time I was cut off. No, I was still being a people pleaser and all kinds of shit. So staying in perpetual patterns of pain for the rest of my life, not identifying my pain, or waking up and stopping the patterns and facing each of these painful patterns, one by one. Those were my options, bro. And I chose the higher ground. I don't know if I could have ever went back to sleep. And in the essence, if I didn't start the healing process and right away, I might have really lost my mind. I might have been schizo or something, because by that time, the personalities were all releasing within my head. They weren't shifting. I mean, they kind of were, but they were released. It wasn't one at a time where they pictured as like, one at a time they take the light. Nah, bro, there's like a fucking party going on here, and I can't make it go quiet. So like, I had no choice but to start working through those thoughts and those voices and those parts of me that were screaming and wanted to be heard. So when they come up, it's just fucking routine, but it's like, fuck, do they ever stop fucking screaming for help? There's a part of me that's always screaming for fucking help, bro. And as much as I help myself, there's so much more help I need to do for myself. It's like so many times in my life, I just went through so much that there's a part of me in that stuck in all these pieces of time. It's like screaming for my attention. And I don't even know that I'm hurt until I'm trying to go somewhere in my current day reality. I'm trying to move forward in an action, and I'm reminded of a hurt. And I have to like sit there with myself and not just acknowledge that I'm hurt, but feel the hurt and tell myself that it's okay and get over this hurt in order to get right back on the fucking track of where the fuck I guess I thought I was going before this happened. which is like a full stop. And then it's like, what the fuck was I doing before this thought came and fucked me all up? Right? Yeah, bro. And when you say that, it's like, dude, do I need to be in, you know what I mean? It's like, I could see this as like, I just need to sit around, you know, writing fucking crazy books like, you know, like all these other scientists, just stay by myself writing the scrolls and working on myself and, you know what I mean? Like a whole fucking guinea pig and keeping all notes and shit. And, you know, I don't have time for this. I have too much work to do on myself to be working on being somebody's perfect fucking, you know, house pet and fucking, you know, whatever the fuck they want me to be. The work that I do is so fucking important for me. But sharing the fucking process is so important for humanity. Because there's people that are caught up in thoughts and fears and patterns just like me. But I'm still here doing all the work, dipshits. I'm the one sitting here fighting my mind all the time. Stuck in these fucking visions and shit, crying and fucking sweating shit and going through all this shit and shit. And then there's these bastards that are on the other side that want to question my ability of how, you know, where all the clairsenses come from. Their clairsenses is what makes you mystical. I spend all day in my senses, dipshit. Really, I had to burp when I said that. It's like, dude, I spend all day in my feelings, and you're wondering why I have super feelings? Like I have cosmic divine feelings? That's what the senses are. Your feelings, your 5 senses. And they're clairs, which means they're supersized. Well, I had to deal with, you know, just the basic feelings to have supersized feelings. And again, everything's supersized around here. It's like Texas. Oh, God. Lewis is in Texas. Howdy, big guy. Have you a big steak? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're fucking vegan. There's so many funny things about that. Lewis is a vegan, black, British man in Ferrari trying to win a Grand Prix in Texas. That sounds like my label. You're a Christian, pagan, weed-smoking what? American. I didn't vote for Trump, but I support God's calling in his life. What are you talking about? Hey, I'm all about the fucking South. But, you know, I live in the North. What are you talking about? That's my friends, dude. They don't make no sense. We're not supposed to make sense. They at least make dollars. I don't know. Do they pay you just as much for losing as they for winning? You get paid no matter what you do, no matter how you perform. They still love you. That's nice. I need one of those contracts. Tomorrow's a better day, but we had to process this energy. Did you catch it? You'll probably catch it in the morning. Hey, I love you. Laters. I'm going to hit the Oreos and call it a night. Laters, haters.